How can OFWs stay on budget even when vacationing in the Philippines? For OFWs, one of the biggest challenges is being away from family for long periods of time. It can range from a few months to several years without ever seeing their parents, their spouse, their kids, and other relatives and friends. Now, most OFWs work abroad to earn a better income, to save and provide for their family. But what usually happens is that they're able to save some money, but it all zeroes out when they visit back home in the Philippines. Pasalubong, selebrasyon, kain sa labas, outing dito sa resort, shopping, at iba pa. So, it's happy time in the Philippines with friends and family and loved ones. But when it's time to go back abroad, they realize, ay, naubos lahat. All the savings gone. It's like they're back to zero. But of course, it's also not realistic to be so strict with your budget, especially if you've been gone for so long, especially if you're celebrating with family, especially if you just want to enjoy. So, how do you balance enjoying your money with financial responsibility? That's what we'll answer in this video. Here are the 3 big ideas on how to stay on budget even while you're vacationing back in the Philippines. Big idea number 1 is money is not the only love language. In Dr. Gary Chapman's best-selling book, The 5 Love Languages, he teaches that people actually express and experience love in 5 ways. These 5 ways are: number 1, receiving gifts; number 2, quality time; number 3, words of affirmation; number 4, acts of service; number 5, physical touch. Now, if you look at this list, gifts are just one way of expressing love. So, if you're trying to save up capital for a business, if you're building up your emergency fund, you've got 4 different ways to express your love to your family during your vacation. Now, let us share some ideas. Real quality time. Just by being there and spending time with them, sharing stories, kamustan, all those are free and cost nothing. Words of affirmation. Say thank you to your family. If your husband or wife or parent or your sibling is taking care of your children while you're away, have you really told them how much you appreciate that? Have you acknowledged also their sacrifice of being far from you? Have you acknowledged their loyalty, their fidelity, their continuous support for you? These are words of affirmation, and these words will express your love 100 times better than any brand new phone or gadget ever will. Next, acts of service. Well, what can you do for them? It can be as simple as running errands and helping the housework, or finally working on the projects that have been delayed for a long time. Finally, physical touch. For the long-distance lovers, you know what this means. For the rest, well, I'll leave it to you to think about it. But the main point here is, you can express your love in so many ways without spending a lot. Gifts are the most expensive, but the least effective in expressing your love. Try out other things in the love languages. When you ask yourself, how can I express my love to my family without gifts? Think about that question and you'll discover a win-win situation. It's going to be a win for your wallet since you kept to your budget. It's going to be a win for your relationships because you went the extra mile to show them how much you care. The next big idea on how to stay on budget even when vacationing in the Philippines is, number 2, plan your day-to-day activities because otherwise, your friends and family will. You're back home, you're with friends and family, and it's guaranteed. Some people will say, oh, anong plano? Anong gagawin natin? Now, if there's no plan, then other people will start pitching in. Tara, punta tayo dito, punta tayo doon, may masarap na kainan dito. Dito at doon, mag-mall tayo, tingin-tingin lang. But at the end of the day, all your kids have a new toy, your spouse has brand new earrings, and you've also got a nice pair of shades. Mura naman eh. And that's all good if it's in the budget, if you can afford it. But if not, this is a common way OFWs find themselves overspending and even go into debt. That's just the reality. People want to fill empty space. So what's the solution? plan your day-to-day activities. And this applies whether you're vacationing for just 2 weeks or for a full 2 or 6 months. The reason you do this is not just to stay on budget, but to make your trip and vacation worth it. When are you going to be dating your spouse? Are you going to be doing something special with your kids? When exactly? When are you meeting up with your friends? What are the tasks or side projects that need to be done? When is that going to happen? When are you going to just hang around with your parents, your brothers, and your sisters? Think about it and plan for it. Thinking about all this in advance will not only give you an accurate budget, but your friends and family will appreciate you for it. That you took the extra time planning out your activities with them. And hindi lang yung bahala na. Finally, we go to the last big idea for staying on budget even when vacationing in the Philippines. Number 3 is wait and think about it is an option. As an OFW, it's bound to happen that your family will make financial requests, or you'll see things that need fixing in the house, or you'll learn of investment opportunities. It might be a roof that's leaking and needs repairs, or your brother approaches you with a business idea and asks you to invest, or a friend who's deeply in need and asks if they can borrow some money for their sick child, or a real estate agent telling you about a pre-selling condo with 0 interest on the down payment and the promo ends in 3 days and your flight is in 2 days. And so you say yes to everything because you want to make things count. And we're here to tell you that this is extremely common. And it's normal to feel pressured to make decisions before you go back abroad. And that fear of missing out, it's compounding. The thinking, if I don't do this now, I might miss out or I might regret it. Well, here's the good news. You don't have to decide on the spot. You never have to decide on the spot. And if they force you, the answer should be no. The roof that needs fixing, well, it could have been broken for several months already and no one's died because of it. You can take your time to see if you can afford the renovation. And your friend who is in need, well, he has other friends. The case might be urgent for him, but it doesn't necessarily mean it has to be urgent for you. And your brother's investment opportunity isn't going away. There will always be investment opportunities when you start looking for them in the future. This is the reason why it helps to know your budget for the trip and your financial limits as a whole, so you can answer yes, no, or I'll think about it abroad. The end goal here is that you are intentional with how you spend your money. And remember, the reason why it's so important to stay within your budget is not because of the money. This is not about being kuripot, but this is about what money represents. You are sacrificing your time away from family, away from the comfort of home, away from what's familiar to earn that money. Your money is your time, and time is really all we have in life. So if you're not intentional with your money, that's equivalent to throwing away your time and your life. And we don't want that to happen with anyone. With that, let's do a quick recap on the big ideas on how to stay on budget even when vacationing in the Philippines. Number 1, money is not the only love language. You can express your love in 4 different ways. Number 2, plan your day-to-day activities so that other people don't make unexpected plans and unexpected expenses for you. Number 3, wait and think is an option. You won't miss out on anything. You'll actually miss out on more with unintentional spending. And that's it for this video. Follow these 3 ideas and you'll be sure to stay on budget even with everything unexpected that comes with vacationing back home in the Philippines. Hey there, J3 here. Did you enjoy this episode? If you did, well, there are 2 things you can do right now to continue your journey towards financial freedom and abundance. First, subscribe here in our Pinoy Money Academy channel so that you'll get updates on our new episodes so that I can send you free training videos on everything and anything about money. Second, if you want faster results towards financial freedom and abundance, you can subscribe to our 5 Pillars of Wealth online video series. This is a free series of 3 eye-opening, life-changing videos where you'll learn about the 5 most essential concepts needed for anyone to become wealthy. And if you don't know these 5 pillars of wealth, well, you're disadvantaged in your journey. You can view this training for free online just by going to the following URL. That's pinoymoneyacademy.com/5pw. The link is displayed here on the video. Again, the link is pinoymoneyacademy.com/5pw. I look forward to seeing you in our next episode. Until then, always remember that wealth is a choice, so choose to be wealthy.